Right, hello guys. Right, I've got a little helper in the kitchen today. Say hello. Hola. Baby Bav in the kitchen. Give me a hand. Try and be as organised as we can here. Yay!
You're gonna cook with Daddy.
Right, the main basic ingredients for the chicken adobo is basically vinegar and soy sauce. But I'm using normal soy sauce, half a cup of soy sauce. That'll go in the bowl. I'm using cider vinegar, half a cup in the bowl. And a tablespoon, a teaspoon of black pepper. So that's the little mixture there, which is the soy sauce, the cider vinegar, and a teaspoon of pepper. You might want to add a bit more pepper if you want. And here, what I'm doing is, just in case you never heard over the kerfuffle with baby Pabs in the kitchen, I've basically got in there soy sauce. I've used normal Chinese soy sauce and cider vinegar. But the ideal recipe is if you can get hold of Filipino soy sauce. Apparently it's a lot sweeter and it's got a completely different taste. And get your chicken pieces, mix them all in the bowl, and make sure that every single piece of that chicken, those chicken legs, the chicken wings, get covered in that really nice marinade. There we go, look, giving them a good old mix up. And what we're going to do is stick this in the fridge for around about half an hour. There we are, look. Just giving them a good old stir. Make sure that every single pieces of those chicken, without dripping any. And there it goes. Make some space in the fridge. And in the fridge for around about half an hour. Right, in a pan, we want to cover the base with oil and get this nice and hot. And while that's warming up, we'll want to get a medium-sized onion and slice that up. This is where a bit of the controversy comes in with the Filipino chicken adobo, because the majority of the recipes that I came across didn't do it with onion, but I found that the onion gave it a bit of a sweetness, nice sweetness flavour to it, so I've stuck with it. And here we are testing the pan. There we go, bubbling away, and we're ready. That sizzle, that's what you want. You want to hear that sizzle. There we go. What we want to do is cook these onions off for about 2 to 3 minutes until they're nice and softened and slight golden colour. There we go. There we are. Keeping an eye on them, make sure they don't burn. And if you find that at the bottom of the pan it gets like sticky and you find that it starts to burn, a little trick that I found was that if you get a little bit of water, not a lot, and just pour a bit of water in there. That literally dissolves all the burnt bits, and it's not even burnt bits, it's where it sticks to the bottom of the pan. It depends on the pan that you're using, but yeah, use a little bit of water and pour a bit of water in, and that unsticks all the onions from the bottom. Right, and here what we're going to do is add 6 to 8 cloves of garlic, depends on how much you like your garlic, and give that a good stir for about another 2 or 3 minutes. There we are. And what we're going to do is once you've sauteed these for 2 to 3 minutes, what we'll do is we're going to set this to one side.
So anyway, I'm going to sear the meat off.
Pour a little bit more of oil in, reheat the pan, and start searing off the chicken pieces.
You hear that sizzle? I just love the sound of that sizzle, man. Yeah, that's right.
This part of the searing of the meat is actually quite optional. You don't really have to do it, but I find that when you sear the meat, it releases a bit of extra flavour to the actual sauce, and I like the way that the meat actually helps with the tenderising of the meat once you're actually gonna, because we're going to kind of stew the meat afterwards. So it's entirely up to you. It's your dish. Make it your own for the sake of a few extra minutes, because what you're doing is just going to cook it. I'm just searing them off for 3 or 4 minutes each side. The extra few minutes, I think, give a bit more flavour to the dish.
I'm really sorry. Basically, what I've done. I give up.
There you go. The meat has been nicely seared. I've placed all the chicken pieces back into the pot, and I'm just letting it simmer away for a few minutes, and just giving it a turn and toss.
Let that simmer for 3 or 4 minutes with the onions and that. No hay nada para pintar. Anyway, I've added 4 bay leaves. I don't know what you're going to paint. No, you're not going to paint them there.
Right, and here I'm adding 3 to 4 bay leaves.
And now, the marinade that we used, we're going to stick that in with the chicken.
So giving it a nice stir, and the marinade that we used previously to marinate the chicken, we're just going to pour that in, and you may want to add maybe just about half a cup of water, depending on how you want it sauce wise, but this should be enough. Just give that a final stir, and what we're going to do is cover it on a medium heat and simmer for around about 30 minutes. So make sure everything's nice and clean. There we go. That's it. On a medium heat, and simmer for 30 minutes. Right, after the 30 minute point, this is where you may want to add some diced potatoes and some chili flakes. Because I never had no potatoes, so I never added them in the dish. But this is the point where you add the potatoes and simmer, cover and simmer for a further 20 minutes. You see that meat? That meat is absolutely gorgeous. It's nice and tender, and this taste was amazing. There we go. It's nicely simmering. I'm going to go release some of that steam, and there we are. Absolutely gorgeous. That meat is nice and tender. At this point, maybe you want to reduce a little bit of the sauce. If you want to reduce it, turn the heat up a little bit, and let that reduce for about 10 minutes. But for me, that was perfect. That meat, just tender, just falling off the bone. It's hot. It's really nice. Smashed it. That sauce is really, really nice, and those chili flakes that I added gives it that little kick that it needs. So for me, this dish is definitely a 10 out of 10. I'll be doing this again. And the rice is nice. People, stay safe out there. Keep cooking. Got anything you want me to cook? I told you before, just let me know. Send me a message and I'll try and make it. Nothing's too hard. We'll do a Bav's twist to it. Right. Love, people. Stay safe out there. And cheers.